Hi all, this is about my 100th time of trying to record this activity. So if there are any errors, I'm going to keep going. So this is the Traitors Challenge Day 4, and the activity is connecting through a child's interests. So this is recognising the child's interests, engaging with the child and their interest, and understanding the connection between the child's interest and hyperfocus. So what are your child's interests? Do you notice what they focus on? Do you notice what piques the curiosity when they're talking to others or talking to you or another child? Um, what lights them up when they're talking? Okay, and then hyperfocus or a state of flow. This is something that comes natural to ADHDers. We've got the natural ability, but we do need to work on developing that ability. So just like muscles, we all have muscles, but we need to go to the gym or we need to use those muscles to develop them. And this is the same with state of flow or hyperfocus. Okay, and one way to develop that ability for the flow state or hyperfocus is through motivation. So using that interest to motivate the child through this is called self-determination theory. So if the child has got an interest and you want to explore and scaffold on that, develop a sense of autonomy. So give them a choice. If you're trying to get something math related, are the two ways within that interest that you can explore um, a math subject within that as well. And then a sense of independence. So creating autonomy creates that sense of independence. And to do this can be sometimes getting them to teach you about the subject that they're interested in. Another way is that relatedness. So is finding that interest that they connect to. So once they have that interest that they connect to, they have that relatedness. And then a feeling of competence. So for interests to continue and develop that interest, the activity could be not too challenging, not too easy, just the right amount of challenge for them. And then all of this together develops motivation, which then scaffolds onto a sense hyperfocus or that state of flow. So how to then use that hyperfocus or flow state in a neurotypical world. So like I mentioned before, can you tie those interests to tasks? So if you're trying to develop mathematical skills, that part of the brain, can you use like football cards? Or can you go to the shop and say, here's £1, can you buy one item or two items? And then they have to work out how much change they get. Obviously, these ideas are dependent on the age of the child and the ability as well. Write stories as well. So if you're trying to develop that pincer grip, those the muscles in the fingers, they can get them to write stories, or if you just want to develop the muscle without necessarily the writing technique, get them to paint or use those fine motor skills in creative ways. And then if you want to develop those stories as well, you could use audio to text so they can say it and then it turns it into text as well. And the other thing is, again, using that creative brain. If they're not really interested in writing stories, one of the ways that I've found is if they have a sound sensitivity and they like music, turning those stories into like poems or raps or anything that rhymes, I find has helps as well. Okay, so lastly, an activity I would like you guys to try if you have the time and opportunity today is just lean into their interests a little bit more. Um, Try and find out what their interests are, and then ask curious questions around these and just share in that moment with them. So when they're responding to you, when you're asking those open questions like, oh, that's interesting, tell me more, or oh, can you show me? Um, just share in that moment and notice the reaction, notice the body language, the energy, the facial expressions, and just lean into that and share that moment. And what you'll get from that is you get to bond with them and also get to know them on a better level as well, on a deeper level. And write in the comments your child's interest and how that activity plays out for you.